sort of watched out for my younger sister, and I always thought, even during the war, I always felt that I wasn't as important to survive, but I wanted my immediate family to survive. And I prayed a lot for that, and thank God God listened to me at that time. I always thought of other people. I was always obedient to my parents. We were always taught, don't talk unless you are being spoken to. I had a lot of people. That's one thing I had, a love of life. Walking down in the streets of Budapest, it was the most beautiful city. They compared it to Paris. They always said Budapest is a little Paris, city of lights. Coffee houses, terraces, chestnut trees, thousands of birds chirping in the springtime. People are constantly walking and talking and going into theaters and coffee. They had more theaters in Budapest alone than in New York. They were highly cultural. They had concerts. Opera house was beautiful. As a child, I went to the opera. You cannot compare it then, no way, to America. My brother had a friend, and two of his friends came over and they were talking, and it was snowing outside. It started to snow and it became very dark, and my mother made us some tea, and we decided to play Monopoly. They had the Hungarian translation of Monopoly. And we were laughing and we were playing and we had a wonderful time. And then the friends of my brother had to leave to go home because it was almost dinner time. In Hungary, we don't have heavy dinner in the evening. We had supper, but we don't sit down to supper till around 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I decided, we were talking about movies and Marlene and Dietrich, and I decided at that time the style for women, beautiful women, were very narrow, thin eyebrows, like Marlene and Dietrich had. And the next day, I decided to get a tweezer and pull out my eyebrows. And I did a very good job. It hurt me terribly. I had to keep washing it because it burned. So I was ready to do my other eyebrows on the other side when my father walked in. He said, "What you doing?" I said, "Well, I have a very thick eyebrows. Right now everybody is wearing it thin. You are forbidden to pull out the other." Well, I said, "Well, I can walk around like this." So in those days, when your father said something to you, you had to listen. There was no argument. So I had to walk around for a long time, one eyebrows very thin and fashionable, and the other eyebrows were thick and very young, childish looking.